every day of my life I ball.
I'm from Texas, so you know I grew up on some Boosie.
Right, if you from Texas, you know about Boosie.
I know about some Boosie. We all got a little ratchet in us. Okay, but first of all, for the people who don't know, because everybody's been trying to come up with what ratchet is, and you are the man that I learned ratchet from. Right. So can you define ratchet for me?
I would say ratchet is it's a term that defies when something is wrong with you. You know. But by that something being wrong with you, you can make it out something positive. Because everybody got something wrong with them. Right. You know, like, we'll talk about on the song these ratchet girls, but at the same time, I'm talking about us going still sleep with these ratchet girls.
Right.
So that make us ratchet. You know what I'm saying? So, it's like a term when something wrong with you, but you make the best out of it. You know?
Okay, so it's kind of, I do got a little ratchet.
Everybody got a little ratchet. You might scream when you talk. You might not get your hair done as often as you should. You might just throw it in a ponytail sometimes.
Right now.
When you know you need to be here. You know, everybody got a little ratchet. I'm like, I get ratchet. Sometimes I got ratchetness in me, probably from my upbringing too. I think that has a lot to do with my ratchetness.
I can believe it. Yeah. I think we down here in the South, we are ratchet.
Yeah, we kind of ratchet. We talk ratchet.
We ratchet. So I mean, since you've been out, it's been some years. So you've been out and you've been having a lot of success. What is one of the biggest moments since you've been out?
Probably the first moment when I came home, being with my kids and being able to stay with them and hug them, because so long I couldn't hug them and spend the night with them and stuff like that. So I think those first couple of days was more special to me than all the success and all of them, because I'm gonna be successful regardless. Like, I got a talent to be successful. I just feel like my freedom is more than, it means more to me than my success.
Absolutely.
You know, because I would rather be broke in the free world with nothing at all than be rich in prison for life.
Right, absolutely. And there are other artists, rappers that are dealing with similar situations that you dealt with. Like you got Bobby Shmurda, for example.
Free Bobby Shmurda.
So what advice do you have for people who are coming? I mean, we coming from the hood and rappers, and you just trying to make it, but you do get caught up in the system. What advice do you have for those artists?
Well, basically, we just gotta be smarter, and we have to understand that, like, they got a certain hip hop cops they after us. You know, like, we're targets. You know, a lot of people don't like that the music we make and the money we make off the music. So they have people trying to take you down, and you can't do certain stuff. You know, people. I was the same way, so I can't talk. I was a little Bobby. I was the same way, showing guns every time I do an interview. But you know, that ain't what's up now. It gets you in trouble, and trouble easy to get in, but you know, it's hard to get out that shit when you get in trouble.
So I got one final question. So, since Louisiana, at one point, New Orleans was the murder capital. And there are still other cities, but Chicago is having, like, it's crazy in Chicago right now. Donald Trump said he was going to send the feds out there to kind of regulate things that are going on in Chicago. Do you think that's the right move to be made?
I'm not really sure, because I'm not from Chicago. If I was from Chicago, I would know the inner problem. I would be in tune to the streets. I would know what's killing, what I feel like need to be done.
Right.
All I know is I just see it on the news, and there's just so many murders.
Yeah.
You know, so I guess you gotta start in the community. You gotta get these kids something to do. You gotta give them football. You gotta give them sports. You gotta keep them activities. Cause just like me, when I wasn't able to do nothing in the hood with no activities, I went and did wrong.
Right.
If you don't have nothing to do, drugs and stuff is always in front of you.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So,
I feel that.
you feel what I'm saying?
That's real.
That's real.
All right. Well, I thank you very much for taking this time out to speak with us today.
All right.
And you know what? First of all, I'm loving all this bling right here that you got
I
going
ain't got
on.
number 1% of my jewelry on.
I know you don't. We follow you on Instagram. We know you don't. This is light right here. You toned it down for us today.
That just come from me being Boosie. Like, I come up around people who like to shine and things. When we get stuff, we like to show it off and things like that. But I work hard for it.
That you do.